Hey guys, welcome to a rare battle report here for me from me because it's been a while since I actually put a game on. So this will be solo play here, and you're looking at it's kind of a block, kind of a tabletop here, but I'm trying to go by the environment back then. What it looked like back then. You're looking at 10 Confederate soldiers here, and you're like, huh? And this is actually a skirmish that happened back in during the Civil War in 1862, I believe. It was a skirmish at a place called Stanwix Station. Yeah, March 29th of 1862, Captain William P. Calloway and a vanguard of 272 troops from the California Column, the Union, discovered a small detachment of Confederate Arizona volunteers right here. There was only 10 that were involved in this, 10 Confederates, and it's led by Second Lieutenant John W. Swilling. And they were burning hay, which had been placed at Stanwix Station for the California Column's animals. So I have the hay here. So the objective you're going to see here real quick is the first round, the Confederates are obviously going to go first. And their goal is to get over here and roll a successful task rolls and burn these 3 sacks of hay and get out of there. They're not there to fight. They're just there to burn the hay and get out. The Union column of the 272, there was actually more. There was like 2,500 or whatever, but they brought 272 out here because they heard about what's going on. And I'm gonna introduce them here in the second turn, I believe. And they're gonna be coming along here, and they're gonna try to prevent them from doing that because that's what happened. And in the skirmish, actually only one Union soldier was injured, and that was it. That's all that took place. But this leads up to Arizona's only Civil War battle that was recorded, the Picacho Pass. The Battle of Picacho Pass or Battle of Picacho Peak, however you like to call it. So, anyways, I'm going to use the Fistful of Lead rules. Yeah, you like how the crowd has no horses or anything. I didn't have enough horses here, so. And we'll see how this goes. This game actually was inspired by the skirmish at Stanwix Station, so, which was 80 miles east of Yuma. And it was part of the stop on the Butterfield Overland Mail Stagecoach line. This is obviously before the Southern Pacific Railroad was involved. This was a part of that stagecoach back in the 1850s. And obviously they abandoned the Stanwix Station in the 1880s when the Southern Pacific Railroad was completed, laying track to Tucson from Yuma. So, but the whole thing here is when the lieutenant here, when the Second Lieutenant John W. Swilling sees that sees a big old group of Unions come in, he has to make his run back to Tucson to notify Captain Sherrard Hunter, the district military commander of the Western Confederate Arizona, about the approaching California column, which led Hunter into setting pickets all over the place. Yeah, so this Stanwix Station is pretty much the lead up to it. There was actually some other skirmishes going around the Maricopa Indian villages, but I'm not going to do all those in order. I was going to do this one, and then the next battle will be the Picacho Pass. But right now, we'll start off with the Confederates making their way over. And, whoops, it's getting blurry there. Do the first turn with them heading over to the haystacks, and then we'll introduce the Union soldiers. I wish I had some like bystanders or some villagers here, but that's not what the stagecoach station looked like. It was actually one full building. You probably saw it. I'll have it. It was at the beginning of the video of what it actually looked like. So put an outhouse there for the heck of it. Why not? But it was pretty flat and barren and stuff. All there was a little bit of cactus and a lot of cholla and what do you call it, mesquite. And okay, also this is going to be my first time ever using mounts in Fistful of Lead, so it could be kind of a learning process here with the mount here of the lieutenant, and then I have one of the captain that'll be coming in here. So you can see I have the cards set up there because it is a card base on the turns. Got my little dice tray over here. I didn't want to use dice tower. That'll be the turn. I got my little big red dice here to remind me what turn we're on. So I was thinking about maybe do probably 4 turns. I don't expect this to be too long of a game. It will definitely be bloodier than the actual historical skirmish. So, but we'll start, like I said, we'll start with the Confederates moving in first, and then we're going to bring the Union soldiers in from here and see what happens. So sit back, enjoy. I will put this on fast play. I'll have some dice rolls over here, and we'll see what happens. So here we go. Okay, probably the most simplest turn ever. It was just the first turn was first round was just move the soldiers up. Now when you're on a mount, I double move, and movement in Fistful Lead is you have 2 actions, and your first movement is 5 inches, and then you could double move, which so times double it is 10 inches, and that's your 2 actions right there. So on a mount you have 8 inches, so he went 16 inches. Almost got to the haystack, man. So anyways, and then I double move these guys up here as a group. I'm going to spread these guys over here and over there to be the lookout, and whatever, and then I'm going to have these guys come in here to help light these on fire. But we're already in the round 2 here, and I'm going to draw the cards out, as you can see in the very corner here, and I'm going to, in Fistful Lead, it goes from a King of Hearts or Kings down to 2s, and some cards have special actions to them. I'll explain as I go along. And what I do is I draw them out by drawing blindly. So I'll draw out a set of 4 cards for here, because I am using these as grunts, and in Fistful Lead you have three grunts share a card. So I got 1 card here, 2 cards here, or wait, 1 card here, 2 cards here, 3 cards here, and then he's the leader, so he gets his own card. So I have a total of 4 cards. Now I'm going to do pretty much the same for the Union when they're coming in here too. They might have more, because going by history, there's a whole bunch of them coming in. So I didn't paint a whole bunch, but I got a whole lot more than the 10 that were actually counted for in the skirmish at that time. There was only 10 Confederate soldiers. So, alrighty, we'll move on to the next fast play here. I'll draw cards out here, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, cards were shuffled, and I actually added 1 more card here because they got they got a total of 5 cards, and they got 4 cards here. As I said, they're actually a bigger group coming in compared to them. Real quick, you can see here's the movement. I told you you get 2 actions. You get 2 actions per model, as it says here, and then you have your card sequencing. Hearts will always be, it goes hearts, spades, diamonds, and clubs. So, and then your shooting range is right here. You roll to hit at short range is a 5+, at long range is a 8+, and then we're using 10-sided dice, but for grunts they use an 8-sided dice, so because they're grunts. So, and then down here are the special cards, which I don't think you're gonna be able to see, but you got like Queen of Spades, removes all shock. Queen of Hearts removes 1 wound, 1 eye jacks, is +1 shoot rolls, other jacks, and so forth. And then over here, and then it shows you your recovery rolls and your wounding rolls. If you hit, you have to roll for a wound, see what the wounding rolls is. If you roll a 9 or a 10, they're out of action. 6 and an 8, you're wounded, you go prone, and you have to roll recovery to get yourself back out, of to stand up and all that stuff. So, and then it shows you other stuff in here. This is close combat. When you roll D10 and stuff, the difference of your high roll and your opponent's high roll, you take the sum of that, and then that tells you if you outrolled them by 3 or 4 on the die roll, that gives you a +1 on the wound roll when you roll for the wounds. So if I rolled a 6, you add a 1, and it's a 7, which still means it's wounded. But if it's an 8, you add a 1, it's a 9, means it's out of action. So real simple rules, real easy to learn, pretty fast to figure it out. You'll figure it out probably in 1 or 2 turns of your game. So this will be it. I don't want to make this video that long, so any questions or comments, leave it down below and I'll be happy to answer them for you. So proceed to the game here. We'll flip the cards over. Like I said, if you're playing against an opponent, you're going to call it out, like who has kings, who has queens, and so forth. And whoever has that card, say if they have a king of spades, the other one has a, if someone had a king of spades, the other one had a king of hearts, well, the king of spades will go first. That's how it works. So, and aces are always wild. So, but it cannot beat an actual, like if you got an ace, you want to turn to a king of spades, and someone has the original king of spades, the original will always go before the ace. So anyways, so I like to do this as solo. I like it going. I like to draw them blind. To me, it's more like suspense, you know, whatever. So there's Wiley does have a PDF out there for solo play, and it's pretty cool. And you could print that out for free or whatever on his website, which will be in the description below. And shop around and check it out. So he just came out with a new game, Arena of Blood, Gladiators, miniature gladiator game, which is really cool. But all right, let's get back to this game here and we'll see what happens. Okay, on the Confederates move here, I had Swilling move up to the first haystack for his first action. Now, in Wiley's games, you could do task rolls here, as you can see. You have easy, regular, and hard. I usually stick with the regular, so I have to roll a 5+. If he could roll a 5+, which he's a leader, so he has a D10. There's a good, 50-50, I guess. He could light the first haystack on fire. So we're going to go ahead and roll. Okay, he was able to roll a 9, so he was able to complete the task. So we got the first haystack, the Confederates, aka Arizona Rangers, had the 1 haystack down, 2 more to go. Two had a lot of action in it. The soldiers, they have the musket rifles, so they could shoot and then they have to reload. So you get 1 shot at it, and I think in the next round you have to use both actions to reload. So next round there's not going to be much shooting going on, except maybe for the leaders here with their 6-shooters. Yeah, Callaway, he got injured right out the bat. When drawing a card, this guy right here, this grunt right here, it's 12 inches for short, 24 inches for long, and they have a D8, and the dude rolled an 8. So he's able to hit him and rolled for wound, and all he did was roll a 4, so he just wounded him. So that was pretty amazing right there. So then the rest of it was just helter-skelter, going back and forth here with the grunts and all that. As you can see on that last move here, I got these guys here. I'm going to have them come around this way and try to get them from that way here. So it all depends on the card draw and obviously the dice too. So, but we do have one haystack down, as mentioned before. I need to get better fire markers. I was going to get some tea lights and make my own fire and smoke kind of terrain, whatever. So on to getting this one and this one, then they boogie out of here. So that's why I started, moving these guys here, because their whole goal is to light those on fire and get out, not to sit here and have a firefight. So we'll see what happens here, because these guys are now all in long range right now. Short range, they only have to roll five or higher to hit. So they're going to be coming close to short range here pretty soon. So pretty cool. We're going into round 3 already, and we already got one dude injured and a haystack on fire. So let's see what happens. Just a little FYI, since we're using musket rifles, whatever, you get to shoot. One action you can shoot, and then next action you have to reload. But it takes 2 actions to do a full reload. Therefore, there's some strategy involved. When you shoot, your second action, you're going to need to run and hide. And then when it comes to the next turn, it takes 2 full actions to reload. And then you have to wait till the turn after that to fire again, which I could understand because it takes time to reload and all that. So, whoops, sorry, I bumped the camera. You're going to see a lot of guys running around trying to hide here. so they could be prepared for the next round. Now, there's 3 of them that I moved over here behind this building. All they've done is move, but they double move, so they can't shoot right now until the next turn. So, alrighty. This card right here for a black powder game, turn around, the 6th card, which is an auto reload, is very valuable in this. So I have one more group here. All I got left for turns is Callaway here, and then the 3 grunts here, which I'm going to use for the 3 grunts. I'm going to move them up 1, and I think they might be in range. Yeah, they're in range to hit those. It'll be long range though, but I could use 2 actions. Use 1 action for shooting. You could use 1 action for aim, which gives you a +1 on the roll, and then your second action is to shoot. That might be worthwhile while they're out there. Or I could just do 1 action up here and then have them shoot at these guys over here. So maybe I'll do that. Move them up and then have them shoot here. Kind of a messed up round there, round 4 for the Union. Switches to number 5. This is going to be the last round here. I said I'd do about 4 or 5 rounds. And it's actually going according to plan here, how the Confederates came in here and burned the haystacks and took off. They actually got another haystack burned right here. They're able, got 3 guys over there, so they're able to roll 3 task rolls. They've been doing really well in the task rolls, getting over 5 plus, and they're using D8s. So, anyways, I retreated this group back here, and then I retreated. Oh my gosh, I forgot his name. Lieutenant Swilling, yeah, Lieutenant Swilling back here, and one guy back here on guard. And so, pretty much, if they get this lit up, then it's pretty much going to be game over here. Good old Callaway, he just rolled a 1. It was a 2, but he's got a -1 because of the shock, so it became a 1, and now he's out of ammo or whatever. So these guys had the 6 cards, so they had an automatic reload, which was cool. So, or these guys are here, and I had them use 1 action to move up here. Then I used the other action for these 3 guys to shoot at these dudes. And now they rolled D8, and the highest I get was 7. I rolled a 6 and then 2 7s. So because they were still in long range. 12 inches was like right here. That would have been short range, which means they would have to roll a 5 plus. But since they were still in long range, they had to roll an 8 plus, and that's kind of hard to do with a D8. I mean, it happened in that first go around there, where that dude hit Callaway with an 8. So that's pretty much it here. It's kind of going as history, but you know, obviously this skirmish wasn't like this, but yeah, pretty cool. So this will be the last round here, and we'll see what happens. If they could, because remember we got a group back over here who can actually shoot at these dudes here, because they are in line of sight right here with this guy. So I'm not sure if I should have all 3 of them move up here so they can have all 3 of them in sight. That would probably be the thing to do, since we're at desperate times right now, is to move them up here and then just hope that something happens right there. So, but all these guys are going to have their guns reloaded, except these dudes right here. I'll put a reload there to remind me. These guys are done, so I'll just probably have them move out of the way. So, all right, it's going round 5 here. Yeah, it's pretty much over. They were able to roll. The one advantages of having grunts, you know, like 3 guys in a group, is you have, you know, they each get their separate actions. So there's like 6, you know, there's 2 actions, 2 actions, 2 actions, whatever. So now you got the downsides. Obviously, you got to roll a D8, but man, they were rolling the D8 pretty well. These guys, I was so frustrated with the Union because throughout the whole game, they could not hit anybody. I mean, we finally got a shock on this guy here, and then the other guy was this shock right here. I can't remember if a grunt has 2 shocks, he's out or not, but it didn't matter. I gone ahead and he did a double move, subtracted 2 shocks. He was able to go from 10 to 8 here, and then the other guy had him bail out because they got the last haystack on fire. So they're done. So they're heading out. Swilling's already heading back to Tucson right now to warn the commander Hunter that, hey man, we got a big Union column coming out of California heading our way. So he did his job, and the Confederate did their job. So they're just bailing, taking off now. So Callaway, he didn't do squat. So anyways, it was a fun game. It was a nice, fun, quick game too, and that's what I enjoy. And it helped me try to get back the feel of a Fistful of Lead. It's been a while since I've done a Fistful of Lead game solo myself here. You know, solo myself. That's his sound. Scratch. Anyways, but it was fun. So I used the good old bolt action markers that represent fire. But I guess I have a job here where I need to make some smoke flumes or whatever you call them. So. And yeah, I had a pretty good time at this. It was interesting to watch how this played out. Obviously, this was a lot messier than probably what the actual skirmish was like. But if you watch this throughout the whole time, please let me know what you guys think about my gameplay here, the way I do it. Do you guys prefer that fast play and then I discuss what happens during that round, or is there something you guys like? Because I'm trying to find a good way to make battle reports. So. I mean, Basement 1908, man, that he's got it down, and I like to copy his way of gameplay somehow. But, anyways, that's it. So again, Confederates did what they're supposed to do. The Union, well, they're gonna just go after him. So, thanks for watching, guys. And again, please comment below with any advice or what you guys thought about this. This was an actual thing that happened back then, Stanwix Station, the skirmish at Stanwix Station. So check it out. You'll see and read about it. So not much to read about, but it happened. So alrighty, thank you for watching again, and I hope you guys have time to build your miniatures, paint your miniatures, and get them on tabletop and play the games. I'll see you guys later on. Bye.